Well, welcome back to Assetto Corsa Evo, and I'm sure you're probably fed up of seeing Evo on YouTube these days, but it did have that patch yesterday to this early access edition that now means that the servers are online, so that's good. We can give Academy a good go in just a second, but also I'm really hoping that some of the stuttering and laggy type issues have been optimized out as well. I know the guys at Kunos have been working really hard on this. First things first, opening up the online mode now means that you can input your name and country and details, set up a driver profile essentially, and it also unlocks the in-game economy. So to get started, the first thing you have to do is buy a car with your 65,000 credit budget, which doesn't give you many options, but I chose the VW Golf because I drive a VW in real life, so I thought, hey, I'll take the VW Golf. But then weirdly you jump into the Academy and you don't drive that, you drive other things. So yeah, I've bought it and don't use it, but you use the Academy to earn more credits, so I guess you can buy other stuff, and then you can just go into the drive options and do practices and races with those. But look, let's take a look at Academy, and there's lots of different licenses and things like that. The first one that is on there is using a Audi RS3 Brands Hatch GP, and it is literally paddock, hill, bend, druids, and that's it. But I can't quite break the 20.400 time that you need for the 3 stars, and I'm determined to do so. So let's give that another go. In good news, I've had no issues in running it, except one of the things I do have, and this may be a hardware setup issue, is that before I get going, I have to pull the handbrake a few times to kind of release it. If I start driving without doing that, then I couldn't work out how my first few attempts were like 25-26 seconds, and it's because the car was going so slowly because the handbrake was kind of on. So I had to fix that, deal with that, and maybe that is a hardware settings issue with my Moser handbrake or whatever, but I need to have a play around with that and give it a go. But look, let's have a go, see if I can get down to the 20.400 time. So pull the handbrake a couple of times, give some revs, and off we go. Flat through paddock, brake towards Druid's back end, just wanting to go a little bit. Missed the apex quite massively, 20.459. So I'm getting closer, but you can see there's still plenty to give out there. So pull that handbrake a couple of times. Sounds nice. not sure if it's quicker bumping across that curb or not, but maybe a bit early on the brakes that time. Sort of threatened the apex a little bit more. Yeah, it's slower, 20.599. Will I ever get to the 20.4? Or do I just suck? I'm sure most of you watching are thinking, oh, I did that immediately. First go. It's going to be slower. Yeah, it's a 21 that time. Still qualify for the 2 stars though. Kind of preempted the start lights going off there. It's got to be slower. That was terrible. Oh no, I've done it! Well. Well. Let's have a look at what else is in here. There's more tests, so we'll go and take a look at this one in just a sec. But also there's stuff for supercars, hypercars, and then there's race tests as well that start with Mazda MX-5s, and then you progress into the BMW C2. Then where do you end up after that? Mixture of GT2 Merc, the Ferrari Challenge, and the Porsche Cup. But you're in supercar to start off with. And the interesting thing is, so you can see up in the top right hand corner your like your rank, what your license is, and also how many credits you've got. And what I was kind of surprised at is however many times you try a challenge, you still keep earning coins, credits, whatever we're calling them. So, you know, if you find a challenge that you're good at, you can just keep doing it again and again and again to earn money, which, yeah, I kind of figured that you'd earn the credits for completing it and then not earn again unless you improved or something. I don't know, but hey, I'm open to the idea of just being able to go again and again and again on ones that you're good at. So look, let's take a look at this one. And I would say the other thing of note is that I haven't had any stutters or lags or anything like that in a minute, but we'll have a look at this test and then we're going to go and try a car at Imola, because that's where I was really having problems. So let's give this one a go. Probably should have checked. Yeah, see, I thought it was going to be the Indy track. Probably should have checked that first, right? So let's try again. Jump the start. And a track cut as well. Shifted down one too many times as well. Oh dear. I just want to see where the end of this one is. See how difficult or easy it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. Given that I did a 36.8 after a bit of a disastrous attempt. So let's give it one more go, and I'll be a bit more cautious this time, shall I? He says. So glad this Cozzie's in here. What a car. Ow! Typical. Okay, let's give it one more go, and then we'll go try Imola. Well, so we'll give it one more go, but yeah, that's a couple of times we've had that. So there are still some issues with, I think that server connection issue would be my guess. But look, let's not criticise, let's remember that this is still early access. Okay, I've made it through there, so I should get across the line without any issues. I don't think I will hit the 3-star level though. Oh no, not far off, but... So they seem to have got the challenge level sort of just about right. Which is good. I like that. We're going to get that fail again. So I don't know whether I've actually got any credits there for that or not. Or even if it's recorded my result. It has recorded my result, but don't seem to have gained a huge amount of credits up there, so but look, early days. So look, let's just try our golf. In fact, before I do that, let's really push it a bit. So we're going to go into video settings, and we're going to go up to high. Now this PC should be able to handle it. 4080 with a 14th Gen i9, 32 gig of RAM, etc, etc. So it should be absolutely fine, but it wasn't in the past. So there we go. Let's try that. And I'll do a couple of laps. Speeding, oops. Couldn't remember which button I'd set as pit lane speed limiter. But immediately, so with the graphics on high, it looks good. Still plenty I want to fiddle with. I know there's a lot of different filters that you can try. The change in the lighting seems pretty good. And this is the smoothest experience that I've had so far. The other thing I would say is that is that I've gone off the track. But the other thing I would say is that This is the most stable frame rate I've had on AC Evo as well. Significantly better, so it's sitting stable at 119, 120. I think that's because I've got it maxed out in the settings at 120. Certainly could do more frames. I get a lot more frames on other games, but 120 is plenty enough. And this is also the best sense of speed I've had as well. One of my personal criticisms in my last attempt is that I had no sense of speed at all whilst driving, and I think that was some of the graphics optimization issues. But now it looks a lot better. It feels like I'm actually driving, so I'm much happier with what I'm seeing here now. Probably could have kept the foot planted there, but clearly some traction control on the go here. Yeah, TC's at 1. Alright, now it's off. That's interesting. I felt like I braked a lot later than on my outlap there, but this time didn't end up backwards in the wall, so you know, I guess some of that may be tyre temps and stuff. Whoa, hello. That time I just plain broke too late. The one thing I will say, I'm still not getting a huge amount of feeling through the wheel. So I'm running a Moser R9. Probably afford to dial it up a bit. But it does feel better than it did on my previous attempt. So look, overall, just to bring this very, very quick video to a close, the patches that they've brought in have made some huge differences. So particularly the stability graphically is just night and day difference. This is on high. I haven't had a single stutter, a single drop. Very smooth. I've got the sense of speed that I didn't have before, which now means I can actually engage in the driving a bit more. The force feedback feels better. It's not perfect yet. It still feels quite numb to me, but it does feel better. I like the academy, the license tests, everything like that, and it feels like the level is just about right for me. You know, to have to push to achieve the 3 stars on the tests. So yeah, big thumbs up from me, and looking forward to seeing what comes next. I mean, if we get that kind of difference from a small patch like that, then you know, what can we expect in the future? Fantastic to see. Great job, Kunos. Keep working at it. That is Assetto Corsa Evo.